Okay, welcome students and parents and attendees of the college fair. I'm going to wait just a few more seconds for more folks to filter into the webinar, and then we will get started shortly. And as you can see, this is the Pennsylvania Association for College Admission Counseling virtual college fair. So thank you so much for being here. We have 6 amazing institutions that are going to talk to you for about 6 minutes apiece. You have the ability to ask questions at the very bottom of your screen. This is important. If you would like to ask our panelists any questions, click that Q&A button and you can ask it right through that, and they can answer throughout the 45-minute session. Those of you that are attending, your camera and your microphone are off, so our panelists cannot hear or see you. So again, that Q&A button is really important. You can sign up for more sessions at the same place that you signed up for this one, and a recording of this, including everything in the chat, will be available. So we are going to kick it off with Elmira College.
All right, everyone. Thanks for joining in tonight. Glad to have a few minutes here to talk to you about Elmira College. So just briefly about us, we are located in upstate New York. So we're about a 2-hour drive from Rochester, New York, a 2-hour drive from Syracuse, New York, and then again about 2 hours from Scranton, Pennsylvania. So we're kind of right on the border of New York State and Pennsylvania. So a few fast facts here about EC. So we sponsor 18 varsity sports on campus, which I will get into here a little bit more shortly. We have students that come from 25 different states and 13 different countries. So although we are a smaller campus of about 1,000 students, we do have a very diverse student body and students from all over the United States and world. About 40% of our students choose to travel and study abroad during their time here at Elmira College. So we have a unique travel opportunity that I'll get into again a little bit shortly. 100% of our students complete a career-related internship prior to graduation. So, while you're here at Elmira, you are guaranteed career experience. And that certainly plays into our 98% success rate for students upon graduating, either admitted to graduate school or employed, within 6 months of, graduation here from the college. So a brief bit about the academic programs that are offered here at the college. We have more than 30 academic majors, minors, and programs. Our top 5 majors would be education, business, psychology, and then the health sciences, and then criminal justice. So those top 5 programs are top 5 of enrollment here on campus. So our average class size is 14 students. That's extremely helpful when you are transitioning to college life. You're kind of getting acclimated with campus life and what's expected of you in a college class. So that allows you to have those kind of personal connections with faculty members and professors within your program. You're always able to ask questions and really be a part of the discussion in class. And that goes along with our student to faculty ratio of 10:1. So experiential learning, like I spoke to a little bit earlier through our internship program. So that's extremely valuable to the EC experience. A lot of hands-on learning. You can see students there within the labs. That comes through our nursing clinical, student teaching, interning if you're a business student. So we really focus on getting you experiences outside of the classroom to go along with the in-class experience. And another part of that experiential learning is the student research component. So our students are conducting research alongside faculty members, and then as well as independent research. Oftentimes students have the ability to travel and present that research at different conferences. And finally, our academic calendar is a little unique. We have 3 trimesters. So our term 3 is our 6-week spring semester, and that is when about 40% of our students will choose to travel abroad in one of our academic travel courses. We're really looking forward to getting back to this program as it provides our students with a wealth of knowledge and experience traveling the globe while also participating in classes. All of these trips are led by an EC faculty member. So student life and athletics, 60 clubs and organizations, so plenty of ways to get involved on campus, whether it's through different major clubs, leadership positions, student government, all of those things. We sponsor 18 varsity athletic teams. You can see a popular weekend activity is going to our men's hockey team, men's and women's hockey games, as they are both perennially nationally ranked. We have a number of intramural and club athletics, as well as a new esports program. So that's been gaining popularity. We are extremely proud to offer that to our students as well. So once you start applying, one of the questions that comes up is often financial aid. So we do offer academic scholarships ranging from $8,000 to $22,000 per year. We do have a competitive program where students can compete for a full tuition scholarship. So if you're a top achieving academic student, that's definitely a program for you. You can always reach out for more information. And I always, tell students to look into those private scholarship opportunities. So whether you're in your junior year, sophomore year, it's never too early to start looking for those. We have a great list of private scholarship opportunities that we can always provide you during the search process as well. So I have my contact information up here. I will also be putting that into the chat. So any questions that you have along the way, please feel free to put in the Q&A here or reach out to me individually. I look forward to working with you through your college search process.
All right, thank you so much. Next up, we have Wentworth Institute of Technology.
Great. Well, thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. My name is Rob Salani, and I'm an admissions counselor here at Wentworth Institute of Technology. Thank you for taking the time this evening to learn more about our community and the programs that we offer. As seen in the photo here, we're located right in the city of Boston. And Wentworth was originally founded in 1904 as a technical school with the purpose of furnishing education in the mechanical arts. And today, Wentworth has grown into a nationally ranked university that specializes in degree programs such as engineering, computer science, design, management, and the sciences. And you can see a list of all 20 of our majors here. Our school is divided into 5 colleges, the School of Architecture, the School of Architecture and Design, the School of Computing and Data Science, the School of Engineering, the School of Management, and the School of Sciences and Humanities. And there are a couple of things I would like to highlight here. Our architecture major is an optional 4+1 program, which means that after completing your 4-year bachelor's, Wentworth students can follow up with a 1-year master's program. And this master's degree would be a professional degree that is typically required for licensures in architecture. Our 2 newest majors are cybersecurity and applied sciences, which we are seeing a large increase of interest in, especially since cybersecurity is such a rapidly emerging field. We also offer 21 different minors. So if you're looking at this list of majors and we're thinking that there are other topics you really want to hone in on, adding on a minor is an option to you as well. So why would you choose to come to Wentworth? You would choose to come to Wentworth if you prefer action-oriented learning. Wentworth provides an authentic real-world platform for our students. With our hands-on project-based curriculum and our renowned co-op program, you truly do spend your days putting ideas into action. We find that it's especially important for our tech, science, and design-heavy majors that we give you the spaces and the technology needed for you to have those experiences and to execute on those ideas. So we do have 24 state-of-the-art laboratories and maker spaces on our campus that our students can take full advantage of the minute that they walk on campus. And one of the key differentiators of our action-oriented learning curriculum is our co-op program. So at Wentworth, every student is required to complete 2 full semesters of co-op. A co-op is similar to an internship, except that it is full-time, and at Wentworth, you're required to be paid in your co-op position. Almost all majors complete these co-ops in their junior and their senior years, with the exception of architecture majors who will complete their co-ops in their sophomore and junior years. And these co-ops can be done anywhere. A lot of our students like to choose to stay in Boston, while some choose to go back to their home states or choose to explore a new state or a new city. Really, the qualifications are that it's relevant to your major and that they are paying opportunities. We have a dedicated team of co-op advisors who walk our students through that process and connect them to resources like resume review, on-campus interviews, and co-op fairs. And on the slide, you can see just a small sampling of where our students end up and how their co-op semesters set them up to do so well after graduation. And because our students are graduating with almost one full year of real work experience, our students are finding jobs more easily because of the skill sets that they have gained when they were on co-op. And as a result, 97% of our students accepted a job or were enrolled in a graduate degree program within 6 months of graduation, with those that had starting jobs with a median starting salary of around $64,000. And one thing I really like to emphasize, especially for students that are coming from out of state or are not familiar with Boston, Wentworth really is located in the heart of the city. We have 31 urban acres at the very hub of Boston, which is a diverse, dynamic, and tech-focused city. But we also have our own campus with a quad and trees and outdoor places for our students to hang out. All of our buildings are adjacent to each other, so there's no need to, for shuttles around campus. It's all very walkable. Fenway Park is less than a mile away, and the Prudential Center is also right down the street. And we're also surrounded by multiple museums, including the Museum of Fine Arts, which is right across the street from us. We're also sandwiched right between two MBTA T-stops, both the Green Line and the Orange Line, which makes the city really accessible to our students and is fairly easy to navigate for anyone who's interested in exploring the city and those who may not be familiar with the city just yet. So what is be required for you to send to us for a completed application? Well, we'll need 4 big things from you. An application itself, and we do accept the Common App, and we have our own application as well. Your official high school transcript. We only require 1 letter of recommendation. You can send in as many letters of recommendation as you like, but only 1 is required. There is an application fee. However, Wentworth is test optional, and we have been for the past 2 years. So the decision to submit your test scores is entirely yours to make. Admissions will only use your test scores if they help your chance of being admitted. But they will have no impact on, to us in terms of, your admission or affect any types of scholarship that you would get from Wentworth. Additional information may be needed if you're an international or transfer student. And for our School of Engineering, our School of Computer Science and Applied Math and Applied Sciences majors, pre-calculus is a prerequisite for those majors. So if you're a junior right now and you're wondering whether or not I should take pre-calculus or stats or applied math program my senior year, and I'm interested in pursuing something in engineering, we certainly recommend you take the calculus route. Thank you very much for your time this evening. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call or shoot me an email. I'd be happy to help out with any questions that you might have, and I'll provide my information in the chat as well. But thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Yeah, definitely put that in the chat. Thank you, Rob. Next up, we have Pennsylvania College of Health Sciences.
Hi there, I apologize. I'm having a little tech glitch here. Here we go. So welcome to our presentation today. My name is Nicole Graybill, and I am a senior admission counselor at PA College of Health Sciences. Just to give you a little bit of the history, our college is focused primarily on healthcare. So we educate students for excellence in healthcare, and we have actually been around for over 100 years. We are located in Lancaster, PA, and it's a really nice city because there is a good mix of small and big city aspects to Lancaster. Although we don't have dorms at this time or on-campus housing, we are considered a commuter campus, and we can certainly help students to get connected with local apartments if they do need assistance in doing so. To give you a little bit of an idea of who we are, we currently have 1,900 students. We do have a really nice small classroom setting, so you do get very good individualized attention, typically about a 17-to-1 non-clinical student to faculty ratio. But once you set foot into the clinicals, it's typically an 8-to-1 student to faculty ratio, which is really nice. We typically see that our students are very successful with their testing, with their licensing exams once they complete their program. And we do also see that the vast majority of our students are employed pretty soon after graduation. Our college is accredited as well by Middle States, and all of our programs are also accredited by their field-specific accreditors. And this is very important because this means that you will be able to have your degree and get licensed and employed after you graduate. Some things to consider about PA College: we do offer smaller class sizes and guaranteed clinical placements. For all of our students who are admitted, you have that clinical seat, so you know that you will be getting that hands-on experience that you need. We do have a brand new campus and state-of-the-art learning facility, which unfortunately we're not in right now due to everything, but we are planning to bring our students back to campus this summer. Also, we are affiliated with Penn Medicine and Lancaster General Health, which means that students are learning at top-notch medical facilities. And also, our program is designed so that students can be graduating faster and out working sooner. We do have some set admission requirements. Since our programs are math and science focused, we do like to see that students are strong with their maths and sciences. Ideally, about a 3.0 GPA is the preferred, although this could be a little bit lower or higher depending on the program. At the minimum, we require Algebra 2, biology, and another lab science, such as chemistry or physics. And we want to see those ideally with A's and B's, but at least a C or higher. We are test optional right now, so if you have taken the SAT or ACT, please include them, but if you've been unable to take them due to the pandemic, please let us know. In addition, we just remind students that with these being healthcare careers, they're typically not desk jobs, so there are typically some physical considerations as well. If you do decide to apply to us, you would just go to our website, which is pacollege.edu, and click apply. We do have a promo code right now for a free application, and that is HERO21. That will waive your application fee. Past that, we just require your high school transcripts to either be mailed to our office or sent to that admissions email. And if you do have those test scores, you can certainly send them. Although we have recommended deadlines, we have a rolling application process, so we can review an applicant at any time. This is a full listing of the programs that we currently offer. Most of our programs are designed to be what we call a 2+2 format. And that means that students usually do an associate degree first in 2 years and then continue into their bachelor's program. The next 2 years for the bachelor's program is typically part-time and online. So you could be working as a nurse, a respiratory therapist, a rad tech, for example, while you continue your education. At the same time, we also offer more traditional bachelor's programs such as for nursing or our healthcare administration. We also offer graduate and doctoral programs, so you can really go through your full range of education at our school. We do offer dual enrollment options for high school juniors and seniors. So if you are a student who's looking to get a jump start on your college career, this could be a great way to do that. Once again, you can use that free application code and we would be able to walk you through that process. Financial aid is available. We encourage all students to submit the FAFSA because all of our scholarships that we issue are based on that FAFSA information. In addition to that, we do partner with several local healthcare organizations. So if you are local to the Lancaster area, you may be able to receive tuition benefits from some local employers. Just to give you a little idea of student life, once again, although we're not on campus right at the moment, there are a lot of great ways for students to get involved. We do have a lot of different clubs and fun activities for students to engage in, even though we are a commuter campus. There are a lot of great technology resources in our study spaces and our learning commons, as well as our simulation labs, which really make it feel like students are in the hospital setting, even before they do start their clinicals. Finally, I'll mention you can follow us on social media if you do want to see a little bit about what is going on at PA College. And then past that, if you do have additional questions, we would definitely encourage you to reach out to our admissions office. We would be happy to schedule a call for you or answer your questions via email, whatever is most convenient. I will also put my contact information into the chat. And if anybody has any questions, we will look forward to hearing more from you soon.
Okay, thank you so very much. Yeah, definitely put that in the chat. And next up, we have Fairleigh Dickinson University.
Hello, everyone. Give me 1 second. Let me just open this. Okay, so my name is Megan Troy, and I'm an undergraduate admissions counselor for Fairleigh Dickinson University. We are a medium-sized private institution in New Jersey. We do have 2 campuses. One is in Teaneck, New Jersey, called our Metropolitan Campus, about 6 miles from New York City. And then the other is in Madison, New Jersey, called our Florham Campus, about 20 miles from New York City. The institution itself has over 100 options in majors and concentrations. Students are able to double major or major and minor, however they see fit. For a majority of our programs, they are available on both campuses, but I'll specify any of the programs that are specific to each campus a little further in the presentation. While we are considered a medium-sized school, I think we operate very much like a small school. Our average class sizes are about 20 to 25 per class, and they traditionally get smaller as the students go further into their major. Currently, we have about 146 active student organizations on our campus, and while a lot of them are not physically on campus right now, they are still doing a lot to keep engaged with their our student body. Our campus is open, so we do have some students that are currently residing on campus and some students currently taking classes, but a lot of it is virtual for this academic year. Another benefit at FDU is our Combined Degree Advantage program. This allows for students in about 43 of our subject areas to not only earn their bachelor's degree, but in 1 additional academic year, they can earn their master's degree as well. I always tell students that this is a great benefit because traditionally most graduate level programs are going to be at least 2 years. So you're going to cut yourself down 1 year, and so save yourself some time and of course some money that way. For our students, we offer scholarships for our admitted students, and then of course generous financial aid packages as well. And so this is something that once a student applies to the institution, whether you have, we will offer your scholarship once you're admitted, and then once your financial aid FAFSA application has been submitted, you will receive a financial aid package. A little bit about the 2 campuses. We are a 2-division sports school. So on our Metropolitan campus, we do host Division I athletics, and on our Florham campus, we do host our Division III athletics. Both campuses offer residence life, so students can live on campus if they choose to. And for both of our campuses, we offer some graduate level programs. More specifically, our School of Pharmacy is located on our Florham campus, so students that are interested in that program, at least for the graduate portion of the degree, would have to attend the Florham campus. Our Metropolitan campus, like I mentioned, some of our programs are very specific to the campus, houses our School of Engineering and Computer Science. So students interested in the engineering or engineering technologies fields would have to attend our Metropolitan campus. That also includes our Criminal Justice program and Marine Biology. Those programs are specific to the Metropolitan campus. Our Florham campus has a little bit of history. The building that you're looking at is called Hennessy Hall, what we call the mansion. This property used to belong to the Vanderbilt Chombley family. You might have learned about them in high school US history, but of course this is now our campus. What is specific to the Florham campus is our School of the Arts. So students that are interested in things like theater, graphic design, film, animation, creative writing, these programs will be found at our Florham campus. Outside of the ones that I've talked about, majority of our academic programs are on both campuses, and they are housed within our 9 colleges and schools. For the most part, our students can find their program on either campus, so they would just have to decide which campus they prefer when they're applying. When it comes to the academic programs, not only are you going to have your academic advisors in these schools and colleges, but you'll also have your liaisons that are there to help you find internships and job placement, and just basically help you guide you through your program so that you can either go on to graduate or professional schooling, or of course, a job. So I mentioned already that those liaisons, they'll help you with your internships and mentoring and networking. Some of our programs will have that built in right into your academics. Some of them will not. So you will work with your department to find what you see fit for your program. Our career development office is also there to help. They host a number of events throughout the academic year, whether it's a small part-time jobs and internship fair or a full-time job fair that they usually host in the spring semester, but they are also a great tool for our students. FDU is really big on studying abroad. We're hoping to start that back up very soon. We ourselves have 2 campuses, international campuses. We have one in the Vancouver, Canada area, and we also have a campus in Roxton, England, about 70 miles outside of London. So I mentioned those 2 programs, but we do have other opportunities for our students to study abroad. What is great about our Roxton and Vancouver campus is that it does not cost our students anything any different than it would cost them to attend our campuses in New Jersey. So your tuition is the same, and you can use your same scholarships and financial aid to cover your tuition while you are on those 2 campuses. We're not too far from New York City, like I had mentioned in the beginning. And I think one of my favorite things that FDU does, and I hope Broadway opens back up very soon, is our Broadway Bound series. We open up for our students to go to 1 to 3 different Broadway shows during the semesters. And it usually costs our students $20 or $25. So it's basically the cheapest you'll ever find it. We also are part of the United Nations Pathways program, and I actually just received an email about an hour before this talking about one of our next guest speakers for our virtual series that we're hosting this year. Applying to FDU is very simple. We are on the Common Application, and also we house our own FDU application. Our application is traditionally free up until March 15th of every year, but we do have a priority deadline. I recommend for high school seniors to apply by December 1st. And if you have any questions about that, of course, you can always reach out to me. We only require your high school transcript, and we are SAT optional for majority of our programs. I will put into the comment section my contact information, but I am the counselor for PA, so feel free to reach out to me, and thank you for your time.
All right, thank you so much, Megan. Next up, we have St. Louis University.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jack Evans, and I am the program coordinator for the East Coast here at St. Louis University. Our name is not deceiving. We are located in St. Louis, Missouri. I am regionally located in Providence, Rhode Island, and I work with all students from the East Coast, from Florida to Maine, interested in attending SLU. Of course, that would include Pennsylvania. Some quick information about us. We are a medium-sized Catholic Jesuit institution. We have just over 8,000 undergraduate students with about 12,000 students total, including our med school, law school, and other graduate school programs. We do have 2 campuses, of course, one in St. Louis, Missouri. We also do have our own campus in Madrid, Spain. We were founded in 1818. We are the oldest institution west of the Mississippi River and the 2nd oldest Jesuit institution in the US. Jesuit schools are associated with the Catholic Church, but as they are an order of Catholic priest, but our focus is on education, educating individuals to be well-rounded critical thinkers, really thinking about how you're taking your education and your attributes to really benefit those that are around you. A big part of that would be through community service. Last year, the SLU community completed just under 2 million hours of service. A lot of that taking part right there in the city of St. Louis, but of course around the country and abroad as well. Prior to the pandemic, of course, really great opportunities to be involved and give back to those that are around us. If you've seen our website or any of our brochures, you've probably seen this guy and asked yourself, what is a Billiken? A Billiken is our mascot. He's a mythological creature that represents things the way they ought to be. He was seen as a good luck charm back in the early 1900s when the World's Fair was in St. Louis. Lots of stories that I could tell you on how he became a symbol on our campus and represents so much more to our students here, and very unique as we are the only Billikens as a mascot in the world. Some more information about the university. As I mentioned, as a Jesuit institution, we do focus on personal attention in the classroom. So our average class size is 26 students with a 9-to-1 student to faculty ratio, especially once you get into your major, really getting to know your professors and finding that they're approachable when you want to talk to them about coursework or internship opportunities, or maybe just what they went over that day in class. As you can see, average admitted student last year was around a 3.5, average enrolled student was around a 3.9, but we still have the opportunities of a large school on campus as well. We have 18 Division I athletics that compete in the A10. We also have have 150 student organizations that we'll talk a little bit more as well. With the offerings of a large school, we do have nearly 90 programs of undergraduate study that fall into the 11 colleges that we have on campus. We're very well known for the health sciences, particularly the pre-med track with an early admission opportunity into our medical school and undergraduate research opportunities. We are ranked as a high activity research institution. We do have direct admit 4-year Bachelor of Science in Nursing, a 6-year doctorate in physical therapy, as well as a 5-year master's in occupational therapy or athletic training. Our School of Business is very well known with 3 programs ranked in the top 100 in the country: international business, entrepreneurship, and finance. St. Louis is one of the top cities outside of Silicon Valley for IT startup companies, so really great opportunities for that ground level experience, as well as having 9 Fortune 500 companies that call us home for that very well-established program for interning as well. We have a full School of Engineering that houses some unique programs such as aerospace engineering or flight science if you're interested in getting that commercial airline pilot's license. In addition, we have the full College of Arts and Sciences, the College of Public Health and Social Justice, a School of Education, among others that houses those more traditional programs on our campus. As I mentioned, we are right in the city of St. Louis, but we have a very traditional college campus, so very green, very walkable. You kind of forget that you are in this city when on campus, but you still have everything that this city has to offer right around you. We are located in the Midtown area of St. Louis. This is the Arts District of St. Louis, so the Fox Theater, the St. Louis Symphony Hall are in the same neighborhood as our campus. We're also going through what is called the Midtown redevelopment, where the city is putting millions of dollars of industry into our neighborhood, with lots to open up over the next couple of years. The first thing being a food hall. So just south of our campus, the City Foundry and Old Foundry building that's going to be turned into a local food eateries. Really great opportunities for our students. And then our campus in Madrid, Spain is in the business district of Spain, if you're familiar with Madrid. Just in the northwest part of the city, surrounded by some other institutions as well. Very much a part of the city of Madrid there too. As mentioned, we have about 150 student organizations on campus. This range from anywhere from club and intramural sports to those surrounded by or interested in your major, as well as having sororities and fraternities on campus. So lots for students to be involved in. We do a college fair style campus activity fair at the beginning of every semester for students to learn how to get involved and what to do on campus. We would be remiss if we didn't mention COVID. So we have been able to be in person for this full year. Of course, there's lots of more restrictions and health guidelines to follow when being on campus with mask mandates and sanitation stations. We do plan the same for next semester as well. We are starting our study abroad back up next semester as well. So really getting our students to follow those guidelines, but create as much as an opportunity as we can to be in person with any student who needs to be fully online, given the opportunity to do so. We are rolling admission if you are interested in attending SLU. We are on the Common App or on our application website. We only require transcripts as we are test optional. And as mentioned, I am the one that will read your application, so I will drop my contact information in the chat box and look forward to talking to you all soon. Thanks and enjoy your day.
All right, thank you so much. Next up, we have Lafayette College.
Okay, thank you, everybody. My name is Chuck Bachman, and I get to be the caboose tonight, but certainly a pleasure to be here. And I would describe Lafayette as a national undergraduate liberal arts college. That's pretty self-explanatory for you. We have about 2,600 students who come to us from about 46 states and about 60 or so different countries. Our 2,600 strictly undergrad students are about half men, half women. And so we usually say roughly about 15% of our students are international students. About 22-23% identify themselves as US students of color. And just under 30% will be of a non-Caucasian background. And we're located in the city of Easton, Pennsylvania. Easton is a smaller city of about 26,000 on the Delaware River, which you can see on the Pennsylvania-New Jersey border. And along with the cities of Allentown and Bethlehem, our whole region is known as the Lehigh Valley and has a population of about 800,000 or so students. So more of a suburban environment, if you will. We are a little unique among liberal arts colleges in the fact that we also have a fully ABET accredited engineering program. And we have been doing engineering for over 150 years. So it provides a very unique environment for students that most liberal arts colleges aren't going to be able to provide. The college is made up of 4 academic divisions: the humanities, the social sciences, the natural sciences, and engineering. And a student applies for admission to the college, not to a particular program. You're open to go into any program that you so desire. And students are not going to formally declare a major until the spring semester of their sophomore year, unless you're an engineer. Engineers have to decide by the end of the first year. We have multiple students who will double major, who will major in minor, and many who will do a self-designed major as well. Our average class size is about 18 students. The student-faculty ratio is 10-to-1. So strictly an undergraduate focus as far as that goes. As you get to know Lafayette, you may come upon the rallying cry of the Marquis de Lafayette. It is a Latin phrase entitled Curnon, C-U-R-N-O-N. And it's something that translated to English means why not? And it's a rallying cry we really challenge our students to pursue. Why not go beyond having a good college experience? Why not shoot to have an extraordinary one? Why not take advantage of a myriad of opportunities that will present themselves to you in and out of the classroom? Why not be an academic risk taker? Why not test your boundaries a bit? Why not be afraid to approach your college experience with a fearlessness not unlike that of the Marquis de Lafayette himself, and not be afraid to put yourself out there? So that's something we really encourage our students to do in and out of the classroom. Active learning, without a doubt. Probably about a little more than 60% of our students will do a study abroad program. Lots of opportunities there. Roughly quite a few students will do undergraduate research and also get paid to do that research through the Excel Scholars Program. And for you budding entrepreneurs out there, we do have the Dyer Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship, which has a whole host of different activities on campus. We feature a 4-year developmental career planning and placement program. We want to start you thinking about career planning as early as your freshman year. And of a typical graduating class, probably about 70 to 75% go directly into the workforce. 25 to 30% will go on to some type of further education. And again, in terms of fields of study, probably I'd say economics, which has a very heavy finance emphasis, is the most popular major. And the other half dozen or so might include, in no certain order, English, psychology, biology, mechanical engineering, international affairs, and government and law. So we are this undergraduate, completely residential liberal arts college, but with some characteristics that are a little atypical, perhaps, of a liberal arts college. For example, we have over 200 student organizations that you could theoretically be a part of, theoretically short of cloning yourself, perhaps. So that certainly is something that is a little unique for a school of our size. We have 9 dining venues plus a food truck. That is extremely unique for a school of 2,600 students. So we do our best to guarantee that famed freshman 15 that you may have heard of as well. We also have guaranteed housing all 4 years. Again, we're a residential campus. In essence, everybody certainly lives here in the community of Easton, and our students get very involved in the community of Easton. Easton is also the home of Crayola crayons. So when you come and visit Easton, Pennsylvania and Lafayette College, you'll also have a chance to perhaps check out the Crayola Museum, and you will be able to see the biggest crayon on planet Earth. If that's not an incentive, I give up. I don't know what would be. We also have the excitement and school spirit of 23 Division I athletic programs as well. So a lot of factors of a much larger school. We are fairly selective in the admission process. Traditionally, each year, about 1/3 or so of the applicants gain admission to the college. And we use a very holistic application review process, looking at many, many different things, with your high school transcript being the most important. We are a school that guarantees to meet 100% of your demonstrated need. So that's going to be very, very important as well as you look to finance this college education. And of a typical entering class, I'd say probably about 94% return for the sophomore year. And of that entering class, probably about 87% or so graduate 4 years down the road. So I will put my contact information in the chat box as well, and certainly invite you to come and to learn more about the opportunities that await for you at Lafayette College.
Okay, thank you so much. Actually, if everyone now can turn on their cameras, we're going to go in the exact same order that you presented. And the question that is going to be asked, if you could answer in your own way, is what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And we'll start with Elmira.
Yeah, so certainly, the piece of advice I would give, which, is important, to anyone looking for college, is to just ask as many questions as you can. I know it's a little different now where you can't go out and, go to as many college fairs and things. But if you have the opportunity to visit a campus, get on campus, meet with some current students, whether it be in person or virtually, definitely take advantage of that. And just don't be shy to any of us on the admissions side about, setting up virtual appointments or phone calls or sending emails. You may feel like you're bothering us, but that's certainly not the case. We're all here to kind of help you through the process. So, don't be a stranger and just ask as many questions as possible.
And I would certainly agree with Troy. Certainly ask as many questions as you can to admissions counselors at schools that you are considering. But when it comes to, looking for specific programs, take a good inventory on what you're truly interested in. And a lot of times you can find, that interest in some of the extracurricular activities that you're listing in your application itself. As an Institute of Technology, we read applications all the time about, I started with Legos and, ended up joining the robotics club, and now I want to become a mechanical engineer. Certainly, kind of take an inventory on the things that you've done, and, kind of see where your passion leads, where your passion leads you, because, college is a big step. And at a school like Wentworth, we do require you to declare your major on day one. So I would really pay attention to, what you're passionate about, and ask as many questions as you can to the institutes that you're applying to see whether or not, those programs, match the passion that you have for the subject that you'd like to pursue.
I would definitely agree as well. Just the importance of asking questions. The admissions teams, we're all here to really assist you throughout that application process. So you do want to make sure that, you ask us what you need. Probably the biggest recommendation I would give is that if you are a student who is looking at a healthcare career, or you're looking at a career that is very hands-on, whether it's, more of a, trade, or if it is engineering, healthcare, if it's, a school that does require you to have that type of experience, make sure you ask the school what those experiences will be. If you do get a clinical, or if you get co-op opportunities, or really how it is that you're going to develop those skills that you'll need for your career after you graduate.
I agree with everything everyone's saying, but I think one of the things that is beneficial to some of you guys right now specifically is that there's so many virtual ways for you to visit us that maybe in a traditional year you wouldn't have been able to even hear from many of us. So some of us are open, so definitely if you can visit our campuses, do that, of course safely, but if not, take advantage of some of these virtual opportunities. You get to see a lot more and learn. Just through these, I've learned so much about some of my colleagues in their institutions. So things that you wouldn't have seen traditionally, I think now is a great time to explore that.
Hello, Jack Evans, St. Louis University. Ditto to everyone who's gone before me. My advice is always trust the process. You're going to get a lot of information. You're going to hear a lot of things. It's going to get very confusing. Your email will probably get inundated. Get a spreadsheet, track it, everything that happens. This may be the first time that you hear no from schools. It may be, no to the school, no to a specific program, and that's okay. There's a lot of really great programs out there. There's a lot of really great schools. And if you're undecided, that's fine too. Like we'll help you in that path. We'll have lots of programs and support that'll get you there. It may change. Your path may change from where it is right now, but that's okay too. You will end up where you are meant to be, I promise.
Real simply, whether if you're happen to be a junior in high school, next year you're a senior in high school. You're not a college applicant. Big difference. Let it be the year you're a 12th grader, taking your 12th grade classes, hanging out with your friends, doing your activities, and filling out college applications. This is important, sure. Life and death, not even close. You all will do great with this process. You don't know where yet, but you will do just fine. You'll have 4 wonderful years. But just keep in mind as you go through this process, and as Jack said, you might hear no for the first time. Do not ever forget that self-worth and self-value are never, ever measured. They are never measured by which colleges did or did not grant you admission. That is absurd. Follow your head, it's cerebral. Follow your heart, it's emotional. Follow your gut, it's intuitive, and find that special place for you. Then you'll be successful wherever that's going to be.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Such great advice from all our panelists. And thank you for everyone that was able to attend this. As soon as you exit out of this, there will be a quick survey. If you could help us by filling that out. Again, please sign up for more sessions so you can learn about more institutions. And again, this recording will be available at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. And good luck in your college search process. And thank you again to all of the panelists. Have a good night.